at the Department of Defense erasing a military hero seen in an iconic photo from World War II from its website. I'm talking about Ira Hayes, who was one of the 6 United States Marines photographed raising a U.S. flag on Iwo Jima in 1945 after a bloody battle. That is Ira Hayes. Recently, a webpage celebrating Hayes, a Native American, was removed from the Defense Department's website under President Trump's anti-DEI mandate. That's according to the Washington Post. Other pages about Native American and other minority service members have also been erased.
This is truly despicable. Truly despicable. Charles Roger was awarded the Medal of Honor in Vietnam after being wounded 3 times, leading the defense of a position. When you look for his name and go to his page on the Defense Department's website, you get a 404 page not found order that's right here. And not only that, but they changed the URL to call it a DEI medal. So this man literally put his life on the line for his country, even a country where he was treated as a second-class citizen. He put his life on the line, and this is how he is now being repaid. He is being called a DEI medal holder. Truly deplorable. I already mentioned what was going on with Arlington National Cemetery, but this is worse than what it sounded like, honestly.
I hope these reports are inaccurate, that Jackie Robinson's profile has been removed from DOD websites. Please tell me that this is not true.
Sadly, it is, Joe. A page dedicated to Hall of Famer Jackie Robinson's military history has been removed from the Department of Defense's website. A previously existing article about Robinson's time in the Army during World War II now shows one of those page not found errors, and the new webpage URL includes DEI before the story's headline, indicating it might have been taken down as part of the Trump administration's efforts to eliminate federal DEI programs. And Congressman, this is not the only one. We've been talking in recent days how the page dedicated to the Enola Gay, the flight that dropped the atomic bomb in Japan, was taken down, likely because the word gay appeared in it. Other American heroes, Medgar Evers, page dedicated to him, civil rights hero, taken down. Jackie Robinson is the epitome of American hero and a veteran, and yet erased from the Department of Defense's website.
Yeah, that's right. And the code talkers, too. Let's not forget about the Navajo code talkers who literally helped us win World War II by communicating and keeping our secrets in a way that the Japanese could not break our codes. Some incredible stories of heroism trying to be wiped away, because that's what this administration does. That's what Donald Trump does. If it doesn't fit his narrative, if it doesn't give him credit for it, then it doesn't matter, and it should be wiped from history, right? So part of our challenge here is not allowing that to happen, to keep history alive, to continue to tell the truth over and over and over again and call it out just like we're doing right now.
Donald Trump is trying to erase the graves of Black, Hispanic, and women veterans at the Arlington National Cemetery. Task and Purpose reports that the website for Arlington National Cemetery has unpublished links in lists of notable graves, walking tours, and educational materials pointing to Black, Hispanic, and women veterans, as well as Medal of Honor winners. Arlington National Cemetery in Northern Virginia is our most famous national cemetery, housing 400,000 graves of U.S. service members dating back to the Civil War. It includes 2 presidents and more than 400 Medal of Honor recipients. But according to Task and Purpose, in recent weeks, the website has scrubbed dozens of pages on grave sites and education materials pertaining to the histories of prominent Black, Hispanic, and female service members buried in the cemetery, along with educational materials on dozens of Medal of Honor recipients. Cemetery officials confirmed to Task and Purpose that the pages were unpublished to meet recent orders by Donald Trump and his Secretary of Defense.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verses 27 and 28. Verse 27, and it reads, Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. Verse 28, A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashar Barzal, a prophet of doom from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. And before I get into this lesson, I just want to audibly declare fair use, fair use, fair use, according to the Copyright Act of 1976, concerning the items outlined under Section 107. All right. There's no monetary gain from this video. All right. So I just want to declare fair use, fair use, fair use, according to the Copyright Act of 1976, with respect to the guidelines under Section 107. All right. You just saw those videos. We see, the scriptures, playing out in real life. And, Esau, Edom, is trying to erase Jake out of history, not knowing that that's exactly what's going to happen to them in the coming days, which are very near. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They will be erased from the planet, out of history forever, according to the scriptures. All right, but they're trying to do that to the nation of Israel, as you can see. With this whole Arlington Cemetery, what's going on in the military, Jake, your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are being erased from the history of America. But that's okay, because America itself is going to be erased according to the scripture. We know what's going to happen to Babylon the Great. All right. According to Revelations, book of Revelation, it's going to come to naught. It will never be inhabited again, except by desert creatures. Okay, and it's going to burn for a long time, a very long time. All right, but as you can see, they're putting things in place to erase Jake, and I put those few clips in, and I just wanted to, always have to back up what you see on the internet. This is the fact check article concerning that, okay? And the claim was that the Arlington National Cemetery website removed links to pages about Black, Hispanic, and female veterans buried at the site. And then you also saw in one of those clips Native Americans. Native Americans are included in that as well. All right, that's the claim. And then the rating, it is true. All right, I'm not going to go through the entire article. I'll put the link in the description box. You can read it on your own, because I really want to get to these scriptures. All right, so we know, according to the scriptures, Job 9:24. I'll get that and read it. Job 9:24. All right. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the first question we have to ask there is, who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked, according to the scriptures in Malachi 1:4. All right? He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. Who's the head judge? Yahushai, who is our Lord and Savior. Okay? He's the head judge, is going to bring back judgment and war, according to Revelations 19:11. But to show you that he's the judge, this is John 5:22. It's red letter, so these are the words of Yahushua. It says, "For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son." Okay? Straightforward to the point. All judgment. So he's the head judge. So what did they do? When it says that they covered the faces of the judges thereof, they put the face of Caesar Borgia in the place of Yahushua, who is a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. He's a dark brown skin, okay, according to the scriptures. But yeah, they use an Edomite to cover him up, okay. And it says, "If not, where and who is he?" Well, we know who you are. We know, and consequently, we know where you are, ruling the earth, just like the scripture said that you would. All right. And we know that when Yahushua comes back, and he's on his way, he's coming back to a world that's ruled by Edom, according to Isaiah 63. Second Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 9, beginning of verse 7, says that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. All right? So, yeah, we know who you are, where you are, and know exactly what you're doing, okay? But this is one of the things that was foretold, about you trying to erase us from history, not only from the history, but erase our memory of us from ourselves, okay? All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83. And I'm going to start at verse 1. All right. And it says, Psalms 83, verse 1, a song or psalm of Asaph. And it reads, "Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult." Tumult is a war cry. "And they have hated thee, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head." They didn't got proud, because we're in a low state. All right. It says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones," the strangers scattered. Okay. Those who look like the other nations, but are Israelites by blood. All right. In verse 4, it says, they have said, "Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Okay. That was a goal. Okay. It says, "For they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee." All right. I'm going to make the points here. It says, the tabernacles of Edom, that's the entire nation of Edom, the so-called white man, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, okay, Moab, those are your Chinese, the Hagarenes, those Hamites, Africans. Let me just go and get the list here. I got a note here listing all of those, okay. You have Edom, the so-called white man, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, Moab, the Chinese, the Hagarenes, Africans and Hamites, Gebal, African and Hamites, Ammon, that's your Japanese, Amalek, okay, your so-called Jewish people who are of the nation of Edom, the first of the nations, according to Numbers 24 and 20. You got the Philistines that were Africans and Hamites, Tyre, African and Hamites, and Ashur, who were your Assyrians, okay? And then, let's see. I want to focus on Edom and Amalek, okay? Because they are of the nation of the wicked who are in control of the world right now, okay? Those are the ones who are trying to write us out of history. We know that Amalek, your so-called Jewish people, not only did they finance the transatlantic slave trade, they own the ships, own all the banks, okay, own the insurance companies, all right? And Edom, it's just a little workhorse as the rest of the nation, They're going to screw them over too, as you can see. The so-called Jewish people are calling, the so-called white man Esau, okay, when they're of the same nation, You're not separate from them. You're just the chief nation over them. All right? Just like Judah is over the rest of the 12 tribes. Okay? But you're on the left-hand side of wickedness. All right? But these are the people that we're focused on right now. And it's obvious what nation the current president is from. He's from Edom, and everybody in his administration, working against the true Israelites. All right? Especially the ones here over in the United States. All right? AKA Babylon the Great. All right? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right? So, yeah, that's, we know, that was your goal. They said, let me read that again. Verse 4, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And we know a lot of that happened during the transatlantic slave trade. All right? It was a lot more harsher then, but you see it now with them denying the history being taught in schools. Okay? A lot of that is happening right now, and you just saw it in the video. But what Esau, Edom does not realize is that, it's going to happen to you. And you have gone great lengths to get rid of Jake off of this planet. Great lengths. All right? This is the book of Jeremiah, just to show you how far you went. Jeremiah chapter 31, beginning in verse 35. And it reads, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai of hosts is his name. All right. And we know the Lord in all caps is Yahweh. Okay. We say Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, because we have to ask everything in the name of his son. Okay, according to the scriptures. It says, if those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, then the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation before me forever. Now, in history, we know that Esau, Edom has tried to get rid of those ordinances. Okay, the ones that were set forth all the way back in Genesis 1. All right, the sun and moon and the stars given their purpose. You can get more details of that in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 43. Okay, we know you try to get rid of those. Just recently, it's been in the news. Bill Gates has been trying to block out the sun. All right, he's been trying to block it out. All right. So you can easily look that up. They're going to lie now and say it's not true, but yeah, he's definitely tried it. Has had something to do with it. Okay, but the moon. A lot of people always think of 1969. I forget the main astronaut's name, but you had Buzz Aldrin, who said they never went. All right, and that's believable because you tried to send a nuke to the moon. A lot of people don't believe this, but here's the information. I just did a question on it. This is NASA Project A119. It says, also known as a study of lunar research flights, was a top secret Cold War era U.S. Air Force plan to detonate a hydrogen bomb on the moon in 1958 and 1959, aiming to boost U.S. morale and demonstrate capabilities after the Soviet Union's lead in the space race. No, that's a fucking lie. You know what's in the scriptures. Okay, that effort was to get rid of the true children of Israel. All right, that's what that effort was. And as you can see, with the attempt to block out the sun, with the attempt to destroy the moon, you block out the sun, you're going to block out the stars as well too. With that attempt, they both failed, and we're still here. You know why? This is the letter of Jeremiah and the Apocrypha. Jeremiah 1:60. And it reads, "For the sun, moon, and stars, being bright and sent to do their offices, are obedient." You can try all you want to. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has not cast away his people. Okay? Going back to Jeremiah 31. In verse 37. And it reads, "Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, if the heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off the seed of Israel for all that they've done, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai." In likewise manner, we're still here, you know, preaching this word and the downfall of this kingdom to the gates of the nobles. You got y'all all shook up. We're still here. And we know, since you couldn't get to the Most High, you're going to get to you try to get to the apple of his eye. But remember, he has not cast away his people. When I say his people, I'm talking about his elect. Okay, Israel as a nation, altogether is going to be saved. But right now, he's working with the remnant, the 1/3. Because we know, according to Zechariah 13:8-9, 2/3 of the nation of Israel will be cut off and die. And the 1/3, which is 144,000 rulers and judges, 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes, and the innumerable multitude are going to be brought through the fire. Some of us will be martyrs, but we know, according to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15-18, that those who perished in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach are going to rise first. And then those of us who are still alive will be caught up in the air with them. All right? So, yeah, you said if you can measure the heavens, once again, you never been to the moon. Even they said that there's no metal on Earth strong enough to withstand the radiation of the Van Allen belt. Okay? Then you lied and said you lost the technology. Well, in real time, the clown that's pulling the current president's strings, Musk, he just tried to send a rocket through the firmament. What happened? It got as high as it could and exploded. All right? So it ain't gonna happen. Then it says, you try to search out the foundations of the earth beneath. You telling her, I got that too. What did you say on that? I asked the question, what percentage of the ocean has been explored? And it says right here, while it's difficult to give an exact figure, I wonder why. Only a small fraction of the ocean, estimated to be around 5% to 20%, has been explored, mapped, or visually surveyed, leaving a vast majority of the ocean's depth and biodiversity largely unknown. Well, the thing is, how do you know what the 100% is if you're going to claim 5% to 20%? You don't know. More of your lies. As Psalms 58:3 says, the wicked are estranged from the womb, speaking lies as soon as they be born. That's all you do is lie. But when the truth comes out, you get all upset, especially your truth. You have been found to be liars. Point blank, period. Talking about you went to the moon. Okay? Couple of questions regarding that. Who was the person that took the picture of the spaceship landing? Who was the person that took the picture of it leaving? Did y'all just leave them up there? Apparently you did. You never told us who they were. Okay? Number 2, with technology as it is today, I can pull up to my driveway, walk in my house, and lose my phone signal. Okay? On a cell phone, high-tech computer in my hand. How in the hell was Nixon talking to them in outer space from the landline? Can't answer that question either, can you? Because it was a fucking lie. All right? A straight lie. But in all those attempts, That was so you can get the Lord to cast away his people. Okay? But it's not going to happen. All right? He has a remnant that he's coming after. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11. Verses 1 through 3. And it reads, I say then, hath Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite, the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. Yahweh hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. That's his elect, the 1/3. All right? That's explained in Revelation 7. All right? It says, what ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Okay? But you get it. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has not cast away his people. All right? Which is proven by, you trying to make those efforts to get us destroyed, according to Jeremiah 31, 35 through 37. We're still here. All right? But that's not going to be the case for you, Esau, Edom. All right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. Beginning in verse 7. And it reads, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And that word visit means punish. Okay? And we know that Teman and Dedan, Teman is one of the sons of Esau, Edom. Dedan is one of the areas that they lived in, the marketplace area. And wisdom was Teman was where wisdom was notable for. Okay. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night they will destroy till they have enough. Okay, meaning they're not going to take everything. They take exactly what they're going to get. Okay, and it goes on, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. And you can't now. All your truth is coming out. Psalms 85 and 11 says truth will spring forth out of the earth, and righteousness will look down from heaven. And that's what's happening right now. You being exposed, made bare. Okay? You can't hide no more. The whole world knows who you are. Okay? Even your own brothers. And they turning against you too, according to Obadiah 1 and 7. All right? It says, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed, his lineage is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. You're not going to be any more Esau, Edom. Let me get this in the NLT, in the blue letter. Jeremiah 49, starting at verse 7. It says, messages about Edom, and it has the title, The Prophecy Against Edom, in the KJV. All right, this is it in the NLT. It said, this message was given concerning Edom. This is what the Lord of heaven's army says. Is there no more wisdom in Teman? Is no one left to give wise counsel? Turn and flee, hide in deep caves, you people of Dedan. For when I bring disaster on Edom, I will punish you too. Verse 9 says, those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor. If thieves came at night, they would not take everything. Verse 10 is the point. But I will strip bare the land of Edom, and there will be no place left to hide. Its children, its brothers, its neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom himself will be No more. No more. Okay? No more. Why are you trying to get rid of us? This is the prophecy against you. All right? This is Psalms 10 and 2. And it reads, the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, according to Malachi 1 and 4, in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the vices that they have imagined. So, yeah, you seek deep to get rid of the nation of Israel. Like I said, that stuff you attempted in history, according to Jeremiah 31, 35 through 37, that I mean, yeah, that if that doesn't explain how important that birthright is to you, I don't know what else does. You know, you went off the planet to try to get rid of us. And it is a waste of money and effort and lives. And now the truth is coming out. All right. So yeah, you have really fucked up. You know, the Lord has that righteous anger against you. You know, you furthered the affliction of the Israelites. Okay, you went way overboard and still doing it. You know, but that's okay, because as you try to erase us, it is you who are going to be erased after you serve, slavery, be in captivity twice as long and twice as hard as we served it, but we will do it in righteousness according to the law, statutes, and commandments. In the very Bible that your own other president, Edomite President Ronald Reagan, said was a law of the land. Look it up. February 3rd, 1983, Executive Order number 5018. You know, he declared the Bible the law of the land, not knowing that was a prophecy against himself, in a roundabout way. Yeah. He didn't know he was Edom. He wouldn't have done that if he had known that he was Edom, And even if he did, he doesn't believe. We know Edomites have a problem with the Bible, the true Edomites, according to Psalms 50, verse 16 to 17. All right. You cast instruction behind you. All right. So, yeah, you're going to have some things to deal with. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 109. Psalms 109. And I'm going to start at verses 1 through 3 for context, and then jump down to verses 12 through 15. All right. Verse 1, Psalms chapter 109, beginning in verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, hold not thy peace, O Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and the mouth of the deceitful, also Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue, just like I read in Proverbs chapter 26, verse 27 and 28, that lying tongue. It says, they have compassed me about also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. All right. There's no might in our hands. We have no military. Okay. That Amalekite woman was on U.S. soil not too long ago, saying the number one problem for the state of Israel is the so-called black youth of America. Okay. And we know the so-called blacks, according to scripture, is the tribe of Judah, which is the head nation. Okay. She said that. Judith Varney Shore, Amalekite. All right. There's no unity amongst our people right now. Our people have no military. And on top of that, we're all the way over here and they're all the way over there, yet we're the number one problem for them. Yeah, they understand the scriptures. All right. Like I said, I'm going to skip on down to verses 12 through 15. All right, verse 12. And it reads, let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. That's when that seed gets destroyed and spoiled, whatever's left over. And they're going to go too. All right? James 2 and 13, Let me get that as with respect to this mercy. This is James 2 and 13. Talking about you too. James 2, 13. It says, for he shall have judgment without mercy. Okay? That's talking about the Lord judging Esau, Edom, along with his elect. All right? He says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy. That's you, Esau, Edom. Amos 1 and 11. Ezekiel 35, 5 and 6 says, your hatred was perpetual for us, continual. Zechariah 1 and 15 says, you furthered the affliction of the nation of Israel. You constantly shedding our blood to this very day. All right? And back to that scripture, it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. It's going to be a good time fucking you up in righteousness and then ultimately getting rid of you. A great time. Thus saith the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. His elect meditate on it daily. I know. His hopeful elect. I say that in all humility. Meditate on it. Those of us who have this truth and know what you did to us. You trying to do this whole segregation thing right now. Hey, that's how it was supposed to be. Anyway, when we were in rulership, okay, it's going to be like that again. Deuteronomy 7 and 6 and 14 and 2 said, we are a special people, a peculiar people unto himself. All right. Above all nations upon the face of the earth. Holy, meaning separate, sanctified. And you got dumb jakes fighting for equality. No. History shows we built this place. We did everything. All right. You just took the credit for it. The scriptures call you a base man. According to Job 30 and 8. Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. A base man. The lowest in society. And we're the salt of the earth, the original rulers of this earth, and will be again, this time forever, forever, and ever. We're going to take that kingdom. Why in the hell would we want to be equal to you? To be equal to you means that we have to come down. And Jake was brought low, even lower than you. But that's all about the change. All right? Back to Psalms 109. All right, verse 13. It says, let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Okay? This goes also for you, Amalek. The imposters over in the state of Israel, claiming to be the people of the Lord, knowing you not. Bible proves that wrong all day long. Then you want to claim anti-Sem when we know that phrase was just coined in 1879 by Wilhelm Marr, a German agitator. This is right on the web. You can get this right on the internet. Okay, the German agitator, 1879. You want to hoard a whole heritage to yourself when Shem had 5 sons, okay? And we know a host of progenitors came out of those 5 sons, including you. You the Hebrew Edomite, but you want to take that Shishemitic title and pull it to yourself, and you just can't do that. You can't just strip away people's bloodlines. You had a whole bunch of Shemitic families. Okay? A whole bunch of them. You trying to hoard it to yourself. That's what you do. That's that grape gather that it was talking about. Okay, you didn't leave nothing. You took a whole heritage for yourself. You stole a whole heritage. Like I said, you leave something. No, you stole it from everybody. And nobody can say anything about you. Fuck that. We are to your face daily as we are commanded. Lifting up that banner, which is these scriptures, and telling you your downfall. Yeah. That's what it says. In Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17 through 19, he told us to never to forget what Amalek did to us. Okay, never. And when the time comes when we get rest from our enemies, you're going to be blotted out from under heaven, the whole nation. All right? As well as Esau, Edom. Okay, the rest of the nation. Because it was Amalek, you were the ones who attacked us as we were leaving Egypt, and the rest of Edom wouldn't let us pass by the land. We were exiting Egypt, pass by their lands. Okay? So, yeah. It says, back to verse 13, Psalms 109, verse 13. It says, let its posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. And what's posterity? Posterity deals with the progenitor of a nation until future generations. That's that same word that's in the preamble, which of the Constitution of this place, which makes you exempt from the 14th Amendment. All right? Clever move. But the thing is, like I said, in those last days, knowledge shall increase. All right? Verse 14, it says, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Yeah, you Edomite women did some shit too. You did. There's a book called We Were Her Property, where you were 43% of slave owners. Don't worry about it. You will serve a purpose. In us being fruitful and multiplying, according to the scriptures. You will be concubines. They ain't gotta do no overturning Roe versus Wade in the kingdom. You will be baby making machines on a regular and be in servitude. All right. Yeah. We got a topic coming up this weekend. You getting with the brothers and then don't want to be shamed. You said that he raped you. A lot of us have died because of that, because of your own lust. But like it says, let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. All right. Verse 15. It says, let them be before Yahweh Bashem Yahushai continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from earth. So while you're trying to get rid of us, it is you who will be rid of. And the scriptures say that several times. You can go get them. Write these down. Isaiah 14, chapter 14, verse 21 through 22. Job, chapter 20, verse 4 through 9. Obadiah 1, verse 18. Yeah. After you have served in captivity for twice as long and twice as hard as we did, you're going to be out of here. Never to be seen again, according to the scriptures. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rahak HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be likened to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Abba, Shalom.